Let me say something that's going to make a lot of people uncomfortable. A lot of men don't leave relationships just because they stop loving. They leave because they stop being heard. And most of the time, no one really notices until it's over. And before you say men don't communicate, ask yourself this. What happens the first time a man actually tries? From childhood, men learn one core lesson. Your value is what you provide. You have to protect, you have to provide, you have to lead, you have to stay calm, you have to be emotionally available, and you must not complain. Meanwhile, women are taught to expect from a man, but very few people talk about what a man may need in return. So relationships quietly turn into transactions. As long as he's useful, he's valued. The moment he struggles, he's a problem. That's not partnership. That's just performance. And this is where the conversation usually breaks down because people do not like to hear this part. A lot of women say they want a leader, but leadership is not cosmetic. It's not a vibe. It's not confidence with zero authority. You cannot ask a man to lead and then you go ahead and question every decision he makes. You go ahead overriding his choices and then you start criticizing him after things do not work out. That is not leadership. That is just setting someone up for a fail. So eventually, they stop trying. Not angrily, not dramatically. They just stop quietly and you might not even notice it when he starts feeling that he has lost control of the home. And this is the part people misread the most. When men go silent, people assume he doesn't care, he's emotionally unavailable, he's checked out. But most of the time, he's overwhelmed and just out of options. Men are taught that vulnerability is risky. So instead of speaking up, they just absorb. They don't unload. They compress until something breaks. And this is why divorce hits men differently. For many men, divorce is not freedom. It's a funeral, the death of a dream, the family they wanted to protect, the role they took seriously, role of a provider, the role of a father, the role of a husband, all under one roof. Now, when that disappears, it's not just a breakup, it's an identity collapse. And men grieve very quietly. And this is why nobody really takes them seriously, because they never get to speak about it. Now, here's the part that usually gets misunderstood. Why women seem to move on faster. Many women emotionally leave relationships long before it officially ends. They mentally check out. They process, they detach, they prepare. So when the actual divorce happens, what looks like moving on fast is actually pain they have already processed way back in private. Men feel everything at once. Women feel it way earlier. Different timelines, but same pain. But nobody really explains it, so both sides feel betrayed. Now, here's the truth most people avoid. Men and women were never taught to understand each other. Men are taught to be useful, women are taught to have standards. Neither of them is taught to listen without turning it into a power struggle. So men withdraw, resentment builds, silence replaces honesty, and one day someone says, I don't know when we lost each other, but it wasn't sudden, it was slow, and it was predictable. This isn't about blaming women or excusing men. It's about admitting something uncomfortable. If men are only valued for what they provide, they would eventually stop providing emotionally. Because you see this man, and the only thing he thinks you see him as is just a support system, just someone that has to do all the right things, just someone that has to show up every day for you, just someone that has to provide everything you need. When he sees that's all you see him as, the emotional aspect becomes unavailable. If relationships want honesty, men need safety. And until that changes, the cycle would not stop.